Howdy folks, Scott Bolan here. I'm going to tell you what a totally hot television actress said to me the other day, and you're going to love it. But first, who the hell am I? Who am I talking to? Okay, my name is Scott Bolan. I am known as the modern day ninja and the ultimate peak performance coach. Why? Because for over 30 years, I have been deeply immersed in the physical, mental, and spiritual martial arts. And I have discovered how to turn your body, and more importantly, your mind, into a weapon you can use to get what you want. And we've been doing it for many, many years. Thousands of people all over the world have come back to us year after year, jumping for joy, shouting that this stuff works. So that's the bottom line. So listen, I went to a gathering at a friend's the other day, and this very beautiful and highly intelligent young lady who also happens to be a television actress said to me, "Scott, how do you do it? How do you look so young? You're 50 and you look so young." And I was very flattered. I said, "Thank you." But it got me to thinking that I want to share my master keys of youthfulness, longevity, and strength with you. And by the way, the three are inseparable. If you don't have all three, you don't have it. That's the bottom line. You want youthfulness, longevity, and strength. They're all combined. So listen, master key number one is called programming language. We human beings are programmed just like computers, programming language. So we're programmed by our language that comes out of our mouth, that's speech, the speech that goes on in our thoughts, and the speech that we hear and receive from other people. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you two examples of this programming language and why it's so important. I have a brother who's 10 years older than me. And when he got into his 20s, his mid-20s, he started saying, "Oh, the body breaks down as you get older. The body breaks down as you get older." Well, something about that just didn't resonate with me. Well, I didn't argue with him. I said to myself, no. See, when I received that programming language, I said, And by the age of 30, he was already popping Viagra. Now, I'm 50 and I still don't need any help in that department, and I'm chasing my hot wife all the time. So that tells me right there, I programmed myself differently. I didn't just go along with the fads and trends. So when Viagra came out, this new thing, oh, he needs it. Oh, the body's breaking down. You create as you speak. The word abracadabra, right? Create a rabbit out of a hat, comes from an Aramaic word called abrak-adhabra with a Q. It literally means I will create as I speak. So we program ourselves through language. You have to be very careful of that. So I've always told myself I'm strong, I'm young, I'm dynamic, I'm vital. And I keep doing the actions, of course, which I'll share with you in just a minute, but I program myself for strength, and you should too. I'm going to give you one more example. A few years back now, my wife and I went into a doctor to see a doctor. She wasn't feeling well. He took a pen and paper. He drew a little hill, and he wrote 30, and he said, "See, top of the hill is 30, and after 30, it's all downhill." And you know what we said? We said, "No, thank you." And we went ahead and found another doctor, but my wife joined a bodybuilding contest. Okay, she got to be on the cover, featured on the cover of bodybuilding.com. She trimmed down her body. She got stronger than she's ever been. Now in her early 40s, stronger than she's ever been in her life. Okay, so it ain't all downhill after 30. Sorry, it just ain't that way. Okay, so she's hot and looks greater than ever. So here's the thing. We program ourselves with language. Imagine if we had listened to that. I went along and said, "Oh boy, it's all downhill from here." See, we hear that stuff and we get hypnotized by it and we repeat it. They're cliches. The body breaks down as you get older. It's all downhill after 30. Hypnosis, you're being hypnotized. And so what your mind does is the more you say it, the more you hear it, the more you say it, your mind goes into transderivational search to manifest it. Therefore, speak and think the experience you want. Okay, Number two is I have congruency in body, mind, and spirit. So I'm congruent. So what I do with my body, I have alpha intake. I don't eat crap. I eat healthy foods. I eat lean and mean. I call it alpha intake because I eat clean. In bodybuilding, we call it eating clean. So we don't eat crap and garbage and junk. So I keep the temple pure. That doesn't mean I don't have a drink once in a while. It doesn't mean I don't have a piece of cake at my kid's birthday party. But those are very rare, sporadic things. I eat clean. Now, another thing I do is I lift weights. And the cliche, "Oh, you shouldn't lift weights. They'll harden your arteries," and all that crap that you've heard. Guess what? Lifting weights builds the bone marrow. It strengthens your bones. It makes you strong. And what could be better than that? Now, when I do running, I don't run for an hour because I don't want the body of a gazelle. I want the body of a lion. So I do short burst running. It's called HIIT interval training. HIIT, high intensity interval training. So I'll run as fast as I can until I'm almost dying, and then I'll stop, walk for a few minutes, catch my breath, and then do it again, maybe 3-4 times. And so my cardio is done in like 15 minutes. I do this maybe 3-4 days a week. That's it. My whole workout is never longer than an hour and a half because I also include martial arts. Martial arts. Now, this isn't just kicks and punches, and I don't spar anymore. I used to run a school. I still train big seminars once a year, but that's about it. I spar with trees now. But the thing is, by doing martial arts, even kata, even those organized moves, you're learning self-control. You're learning self-mastery. And a warrior is one who fights for their own self-mastery. That's what a warrior is. A lot of people don't know what a warrior is, what a warrior really is. You might think of a soldier, and certainly they are in that department. Absolutely. Thank you. God bless you. But a warrior, my definition is one who fights for their own self-mastery. I further define fight as harnessing and directing energy. And everything is made of energy. So when you harness and direct energy, you can control anything and everything. It's beautiful. It's awesome stuff. And that includes having to fight, having to defend myself. If a thug attacks me, I will harness and direct my energy to stop him, and I will harness and direct his energy to the ground, and that's it, okay? So, weightlifting, HIIT interval training, running, and martial arts. That's my body. Now, for my mind, we have programming language, right? And of course, studying badass material like this can help your mind. Also, my spirit. And within that, I do meditation, because meditation actually gets you, again, in self-control, connects the body, mind, and spirit, and quiets the mind and takes you to the space between thoughts. The space between thoughts where there is no time. Time does not exist in the space between thoughts, and I just gave you a secret right there. I won't elaborate on that in this one, but you think about that. We'll get it to the next one. Now, finally, I have something called intention. Intention is very strong. Intention is determination and laser focus, which combines the body, mind, and spirit. And I'm going to give you an example of that right now. Many years ago, I went to see Dan Lee. Dan was one of Bruce Lee's first Chinatown students. So I went in Dan's backyard, and he said, throw a punch. And I thought I was a little badass at the time, and I was pretty formidable. I'm like, really? Sure. He says, yeah, throw a punch. So I threw a punch, and I ended up on the wall behind him. And I said, what just happened? And he said, I used my yi, my intention. And I said, I'm in, Sifu, teacher, I'm in. And so he would have us do a drill just to demonstrate it. Right in that conversation, he said, I'm going to have you all do something right now. And to this day, at the beginning of every one of my seminars, I do this drill. I have the students do this drill. He had us hold our arm out and have a partner pull down on the arm, and we would resist as hard as we could. And then he said, now, hold the arm out, but this time I want you to imagine and visualize that your arm is a fire hose and you're blasting that thing off the wall. And when I say go, have your partner pull down. So, go. And then it was amazing. People could practically hang off my arm like it was a monkey bar. The difference was tangible and incredible. And that, my friends, is called intention. Very strong. So, again, programming language, congruency of mind, body, and spirit, and intention can give you strength, youthfulness, and longevity. Those are the three master keys. Simple, isn't it? So simple, but you know what? That's Zen for you. Zen is simplicity, the ultimate simplicity. The truth is, the answer should be simple. Boom! Like a kick to the balls or the punch to the face or winning the lottery. Hey, I'll see you on the next video, but what you want to do right now is you want to go to scottbolan.com and you get a free download of the 5 master keys to become unstoppable. And it's real great stuff. You'll love it. You can become unstoppable. I'll show you how. I'll see you on the next video. Head to the website, get your free download, and we will talk very soon.